Picture this: a $10 million project, 50-unit transitional housing initiative for the homeless, crafted from shipping containers. Its location next to Kelso's Towing, already beleaguered by countless break-ins attributed to the homeless. The public's verdict? A resounding no. Despite this, taking its cue from the last person to speak, the council voted to move forward with the project.
I'm Jeffrey Lewis, president of Legacy Health Endowment and the EMC Health Foundation. This is a great conversation. It's a long overdue conversation, and it's been going on with the city council for the 7 years that I've been in Turlock. It's not a new conversation. And every time the issue arises, there's a battle between the community, between elected officials, etc. And people refuse to make a decision. You have the opportunity tonight to make a decision. It's not an easy decision, but it's about leadership. And clearly people in the audience don't like the plan. Your job is to agree or disagree.
Somebody's got to stand up, Dr. Lewis, and be a leader and say, we're going to make a decision and do something. The one thing that it's on everybody's mind in the room, but nobody will come up and say it out loud, is not in my backyard, right? So now, Mr. Kelso's here tonight because we're opting to put it in his backyard, right? But if it was, come on, somebody stand up and admit that, yeah, if it was going a block from your house, you wouldn't oppose it. I'm just being real. We got to help these people at some point, somewhere in the process. We can't just keep classifying them as homeless people. They're people. They're part of the fabric of our town. They're part of what makes Turlock. I'm done.
John Wooden once said, "The most powerful leadership tool you have is your own personal example." How does this resonate with our city leaders? Consider Mr. Lewis. He relocated to Pacific Grove, whose city council voted to reject any home key funding for the homeless. Then there's Councilmember Moniz. She represents the older West Side, yet resides in the newer Northeast side of town, where the homeless are rarely seen. None of our city leaders are impacted by the decisions they make, as they don't live near parks overrun by homeless or operate businesses that have to clean up human feces every morning.
And we had a program last year where you asked us to come and give our input, and I really feel like you're not listening to us.
It's time for change. It's time we demand transparency, accountability, and leadership by example from our elected officials and city leaders.